Hey, today I'm excited to talk about one of probably my favorite topics. We are talking about real estate investing and strategy. So whether you are a beginning investor or a seasoned one, this video is going to help you out. We're going to talk about types of investments, managing your investments, financial planning for investments, and then just understanding the real estate market in general. The first part is just understanding your market. I don't care if you're in Manhattan, Kansas, San Francisco, or New York City. Understanding what the wants are, what the needs are, understanding what that looks like, and quite honestly, understanding your financial situation, right? Whether you can afford $1 million house or a $50,000 house. Yes, they are out there. Understanding what your market is and what you can bring to that market. Everybody can go buy a rental property, stick someone in it, and barely make your money. But it's the people that can actually understand the market that actually are able to capitalize on your long-term investments, your long-term rentals, your everything else that comes with that. Whether you're doing an appreciation play or a cash flow play or capitalization rates, whatever those look like, I want you to understand what market you're getting into, where the price points are, what the strategies are best for those areas, and going through into that part is going to be your most important. I would spend months, yes, months, researching that market, looking into that market, understanding what you're going to buy into. Next thing is going to be, what is your type of investment? Are you looking at single family? Are you looking at multifamily? Are you looking at office space? Are you looking at storage units? Are you looking at land? Understanding what types of investments you get into. One of our favorites that we get into are long-term and short-term, right? Long-term rentals. We enjoy that piece of it. We enjoy looking at that stuff. I have a lot of clientele that buy long-term rentals, whether they're buying for kids or whether they're buying as a college rental, whatever that looks like. There's a lot of them here. But understanding what those numbers are. So if you're buying a house and the rents only call for $1,300 a month for a 4-bedroom, well, don't go buy a house that your payment's going to be $1,600. That's not a good investment. Sorry to tell you. Understand what you're getting into. And having that plan for what strategy you want. Probably one of my favorites, my wife and I's favorite, is short-term rentals. And yes, we do a lot of those around here in the Manhattan area. She runs a design firm and everything that way, so we have a good opportunity that way, where she specializes in short-term design. And that is very key for what we are able to do here. So short-term rentals is the Airbnbs, the VRBOs, the list my home kind of things, the vacation rental stuff is what the short term looks like. And so that is a viable option, whether you're buying a single family or multifamily, whatever that is. There is a lot that goes into that. So if you're looking at that or if you're interested in that, call me. I'd love to talk with you what that looks like for you, but be prepared for that. The other side is getting into commercial space, and that is office space, right? Personal preference, office can be good. I'd be careful with it because since COVID, office buildings have gotten pretty vacant. A lot of people have realized you can work from home. You can work from a coffee shop. You can work from wherever, right? They're important because we have them, we need them, they're there. I've got a client of mine who very long-term, very much in that space, and he's got excellent tenants, and he's like, Kyle, this is the best thing ever. I'm like, all right, cool, that makes sense. So you can get lucky with them, and if you're smart with it, I think it's a crazy important deal. The other thing is storage units. I think if run correctly, these can be a fantastic opportunity and low maintenance. I think the big key with storage units is having it be very well lit, having it be very nice. You don't want these run down storage units because no one feels safe when they go there. And the other key part to this is people have trouble getting rid of stuff. And I think we can get into a whole nother thing there, but they have trouble getting rid of stuff. So having a place to put their stuff is a very big one. But I think having those and run correctly can be very lucrative deal for you. We still have a lot more video to go here. I just wanted to remind you, if you do enjoy this content, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that little bell so you're notified of any future content. Give us that like because it does help us grow the channel. Let's get back to it. Next piece is your financial planning. This is probably one of the biggest things that people talk about, but nobody actually does. There are so many ways out there that you can project and know what your rental income is, know what your cost is going to be, and everything that comes with that. And I'm guilty too, by the way. I'm guilty of not breaking it down on a granular level, because what happens is we just all get excited, let's go buy, but we don't think about it. Taxes, insurance, your principal and interest payment. If you're doing short term, are you thinking about utilities and furnishings and management and? It is an ever-changing market. And so I think getting as granular as you can and breaking it down completely is going to be incredibly important. And again, how much money do you have? Do you have 20% down to go buy a second house or a commercial space or something like that? Do you have the bandwidth, to the financial bandwidth to replace a water heater if something happens? Make sure it is the right play for you. And again, back to strategy, are you looking at cash flow? Are you looking at equity play? Are you looking at the capitalization rates on stuff? And I think that's the part that a lot of people don't really dive into, that you really need to when you're first starting into this stuff. And whether it's first starting into or long term, I think it's very important to look at that. So being financially ready is more important than just having the finances. Does that make sense? If it doesn't, let me know. Next one is managing that investment. It can be passive, but if it's going to be a passive investment for you, I think you need to be prepared to pay somebody to do it, because it is never just passive. Whether you're paying a property manager for long-term maintenance and everything else that way, or whether you're doing it yourself, because if you're doing it yourself, that's great. I'll tell you, everyone always talks about, I don't want to be unclogging toilets at 2 a.m. Very little did that happen to me when I was managing properties. Typically the calls happen and they're like, hey, can you get someone out the next day? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, sure, no problem. Pick up the phone call the plumber goes out, taken care of. Usually that's simple. But do you want to do that in the middle of your family vacation? Do you want to do that when you're out on the boat? Do you want to do that when you're out camping? Do you want to do that when you're going to your son's baseball game? I didn't. And it got to be a lot, right? So I'm like, screw it, we're paying it. Property manager, here we go. Property manager, let's do this. So that's important, right? If you want it to truly be passive, I think it's very important to understand that you're going to pay for that. But the other thing is a good property manager can save you so much time and energy with a lot of stuff to go there. So be prepared for that. And then go to the short-term side of it, right? Whether you're paying somebody to do it or paying somebody or doing it yourself and dealing with it that way. I think being prepared for that management piece of it. Short-term rentals are not passive. They're not. I would venture to say that if you're doing all this stuff yourself, whether it's long-term, short-term, or commercial stuff, none of it's going to be passive, because you're going to have to do something, right? You're going to have to, it's not a set it and forget it kind of thing. It's a set it, tweak it, and then move on that way. And so there's a lot of differences when it comes to that. So be prepared, be ready for that stuff. How are you going to manage that investment? And pay attention to the market. Are you going to be able to sell and pull that equity out to reinvest, or whatever that looks like? I think it's very, very important to understand those pieces of it. Investment properties can be an absolutely amazing opportunity for you to build financial wealth and build that financial freedom, and whatever that looks like for you and whatever your goals are. I think it's important for you to understand that one approach is not always the right approach for the next person. So whether you're buying those long-term, short-terms, or commercials, or whatever that is, being prepared for that is very important. And the cool part is you're able to really help people if you do it correctly, right? Finding somewhere for a place to live that's long-term for a family to live into. I had clients the other day that they were rentals that they were shot. Their mom is getting out of an old folks home, and they wanted to take her home with them. And they're like, hey, can we do this? We worked a deal out that we were able to get them taken care of, got them into a great place, and now we're moving forward to getting them into a nice rental. So it is very rewarding when done correctly. Now, If you guys have any ideas or anything else like that one, please put it in the comments below. Anything I missed of real estate investment strategy that I missed, I would love to hear from you guys and what that looks like. But as always, if there's any questions for you or anything else that way, my name is Kyle Powers. I'm at Haven Real Estate Group at eXp Realty. You can always reach out to me. My phone number, my personal cell phone number is 785-477-5485. My email is kyle@homesforsalemhk.com. And I will tell you, probably my most enjoyable point of all of this stuff is doing it. Being out there, helping people like you that are watching this stuff and getting just collecting information. I love real estate. I love investing in real estate, and I love the vehicles that it offers up. So having that opportunity is very important for me, and sharing it with people is crazy important. So if you have any questions, I'm here to help. I can help you buy, sell, or invest in anything in the market. Please reach out. Love to hear from you. And if you're still here watching this, thank you so much. You're the best, and I appreciate you. We'll talk soon.